Namaskar to all of you from Dhananjay and welcome to another video episode, Great Minds, Great Quotes. The topic in this video is reason. Now we have heard wonderful things about reasoning. We try to find reason in everything. We try to be reasonable, or we criticize something because this lacks reason. What is the reason? But we should also realize at the same time that there is a larger, a deeper, a subtler reality for which we may not find a reason. It is causeless. It is not caused by another force. It exists on its own merit. So, in effect, many of the great minds have pointed out that true reality does not have a cause, because if it has a cause, then that cause may be more real than the reality which appears to you. So that true reality is causeless, and it is also outside your control, because you can control certain things. You can control certain products of nature, objects. You may even control your behavior. Yes, that's possible. But you cannot control the forces of nature which acts on its own behalf. It is out of anyone's control, and it is beyond any reasoning. So this quotation on reason is by Mahatma Gandhi. I plead not for the suppression of reason. In other words, we do not want to deny or suppress reason, but for a due recognition of that in us which sanctifies reason, which means which purifies, which validates reason. There is something in us which validates reason. It is not reason itself, but it is a validation of reason for our existence and our knowledge. So I plead not for suppression of reason. In other words, he is not anti-reason. He does not reject all reasoning, but a due recognition of that in us which sanctifies reason. That is what he pleads. So I plead not for the suppression of reason, but for a due recognition of that in us which sanctifies reason. This one by Swami Vivekananda. Inspiration is much higher than reason. But first, it must contradict it. Now, it is inspiration. Contradict it, that it is reason. So first, inspiration must contradict reason. That inspiration is much higher than reason. So how would inspiration contradict reason? Because when you say that you water a plant and the plant grows better, is that the reason? A plant grows better for many reasons, because it is a healthy plant, a healthy seed to begin with. It has the right atmosphere, right sunlight, right soil or fertilizer if necessary, and caring. So that may be a bigger reason than you say the water grows only because the plant grows only because you put water in it. So your inspiration to know what plant is and how it grows in totality, that reason, that inspiration to contradict this reason of water and plant connection, is that inspiration is bigger. So that bigger inspiration must contradict that the plant depends only on water. That is not good enough reason. So that inspiration has contradicted it. In that sense, then inspiration is higher than reason. But first, it must contradict it. Michael Talbot, very categorical statement. It is impossible to get anywhere without sinning against reason. Sinning is not what he's saying, is because people think it is a sin to contradict reason. And going against reason is a sin. There are a lot of people who are, so to speak, very scientific, very pragmatic, very empirical by nature, and only that they will accept as reasoning or as justification. So it is impossible to get anywhere. Now what is that anywhere? Anywhere means higher knowledge, deeper knowledge, more universal cosmic knowledge. That is going somewhere, step by step. It is impossible to get there without sinning against reason, because when you move higher and higher, you have to forego, you have to discard this worldly, social, physical reasoning. And the last quotation is by Pascal. The heart has its own reasons. The heart has its reasons which reason does not know. So there are two types of reason. One is mental, intellectual reason, logical, rationality, that kind of reason. And one is heart has reasons. Now that is deeper, subtler, more emotional, more sensitive, more compassionate. That is not as logically reasonable than what you say intellectual reasoning. Intellectual reasoning is very, very logical, very scientific in that, scientific in a limited sense. So the heart has its reason which reason does not know. So sometimes we in our own lives individually feel that your heart is saying something and your mind is saying something else. So there is a conflict, there is a lack of harmony between heart and mind. And when the two meet, that is where we become a true individual. Thank you for watching and listening, and we'll meet again soon. Namaste.